Welcome back to Hydrohaven, where we believe your garden's success starts from the ground up. I'm excited to share with you today the often overlooked but crucial aspect of gardening: understanding your soil. Think of soil testing as giving your garden a physical exam. It reveals what's happening beneath the surface and guides your growing decisions. Whether you're planting your first tomatoes or you're a seasoned vegetable gardener looking to maximize yields, knowing your soil's composition, pH level, and nutrient profile can transform your gardening experience from guesswork to science. In this guide, I'll walk you through professional and DIY methods to test your garden soil, interpret those results, and most importantly, how to use that information to grow healthier, more productive plants. Let's dig in. Imagine cooking without knowing your ingredients. That's what gardening without soil testing is like. Your soil is the foundation of your garden's ecosystem, providing water, nutrients, and stability for your plants. Each plant has specific soil preferences, and when those needs aren't met, problems arise that can be difficult to diagnose without proper testing. Testing your soil gives you critical insights about pH levels, acidity or alkalinity, nutrient availability, organic matter content, and potential contaminants. With this knowledge, you can make targeted amendments rather than applying general fertilizers that might actually harm your garden's balance. For example, adding lime to already alkaline soil could prevent plants from absorbing nutrients, while adding too much nitrogen-rich fertilizer can encourage lush foliage at the expense of fruit production. Regular soil testing also saves money in the long run. By applying only what your soil needs, you avoid wasting resources on unnecessary amendments. Plus, healthy soil produces stronger plants that naturally resist pests and diseases, reducing the need for interventions later. For the most comprehensive analysis, professional soil testing is worth considering. These tests typically analyze macronutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, micronutrients such as iron, manganese, and zinc, pH levels, and sometimes even soil texture and organic matter content. Your local county extension office offers soil testing services at reasonable rates, often between $15 and $50 depending on the tests requested. These university-based labs provide detailed reports with specific amendment recommendations based on what you're planning to grow. To use this service, contact your extension office for their specific collection instructions, which usually involve taking multiple samples from your garden, mixing them, and mailing a representative sample. Private labs offer more specialized testing options if you have specific concerns. These may include tests for heavy metals, soil biological activity, or comprehensive organic gardening profiles. While more expensive, ranging from $50 to $200 or more, these tests can be valuable if you're growing food in an urban area where soil contamination might be an issue, or if you're committed to organic methods and want to understand your soil's biological health. When professional test results arrive, don't be intimidated by the technical information. Most reports include clear interpretations and specific recommendations for improving your soil. Keep these reports for future reference. They become valuable benchmarks as you work to improve your soil over time. Timing matters when it comes to soil testing. For most gardeners, testing every 2 to 3 years provides sufficient information for maintaining soil health, though annual testing can be beneficial if you're actively working to correct deficiencies or build soil quality. Fall is actually the ideal time to test your soil. This gives you the entire winter to add amendments and let them integrate into the soil before spring planting. However, testing in early spring is still valuable. Just know that some amendments, particularly lime for adjusting pH, work slowly and may not fully impact your soil until the following season. Certain situations call for more frequent testing when breaking ground on a new garden, after extensive amendments, if plants show signs of nutrient deficiencies, or when transitioning to different growing methods like no-till or organic gardening. By establishing a baseline and monitoring changes, you can track your soil's improvement over time. First is the jar test, which helps determine your soil's texture, the proportion of sand, silt, and clay particles. This fundamental characteristic affects drainage, nutrient retention, and how easily roots can penetrate. To perform this test, you'll need a clear glass jar with a tight lid, your soil sample, water, and a tablespoon of dishwashing liquid, which helps separate soil particles. Fill the jar about 1/3 full with your soil sample, add water until the jar is about 3/4 full, and add the dishwashing liquid. Secure the lid and shake vigorously for about 2 minutes. Set the jar on a level surface and observe what happens. Sandy particles will settle first, usually within a minute. Silt particles will settle next, forming a distinct layer within 2 to 24 hours. Clay particles, being the smallest, may take several days to fully settle, forming the topmost layer. Organic matter may float on the surface. After all particles have settled, measure the thickness of each layer and calculate their approximate percentages. Ideal garden soil, often called loam, contains roughly 40% sand, 40% silt, and 20% clay. If your soil is predominantly clay, it will retain water but may drain poorly. Sandy soil drains quickly but might not hold nutrients well. Understanding your soil's composition helps you make informed decisions about amendments and plant selection. The pH of your soil, its acidity or alkalinity, significantly impacts which nutrients are available to your plants. Most vegetables prefer a slightly acidic pH between 6.0 and 7.0, though some plants like blueberries need more acidic conditions, around 4.5 to 5.5. While not as precise as electronic pH meters or lab tests, pH test strips offer a quick assessment. To perform this test, collect soil from different areas of your garden and mix with distilled water in a clean container until you have a muddy slurry. Insert a pH test strip, available at garden centers or online, into the mixture and compare the color change to the chart provided with the strips. Knowing your soil's pH helps you select appropriate amendments. For overly acidic soil, adding lime gradually raises the pH. For alkaline soil, amendments like sulfur or even pine needles can help lower the pH over time. Remember that pH adjustment is a slow process, so patience and regular testing are key. One of the most telling indicators of soil health is biological activity, particularly the presence of earthworms. These beneficial creatures aerate the soil, break down organic matter, and improve soil structure through their movement and castings. To conduct an earthworm census, dig a hole approximately 1 foot square and 1 foot deep. Place the soil on a tarp or sheet of plastic and carefully sort through it, counting all the earthworms you find. In healthy garden soil, finding at least 10 earthworms in this volume is considered good. This test is best performed when soil is neither too dry nor too wet. Spring and fall are usually ideal. The presence of earthworms doesn't just indicate their activity, but suggests a healthy soil ecosystem that likely includes beneficial microorganisms too small to see. If your earthworm count is low, focus on adding organic matter through compost, cover crops, or mulch. Avoid tilling deeply or frequently, as this disrupts worm habitats and can kill them directly. Over time, creating a worm-friendly environment will naturally increase their population and improve your soil's overall health. After performing these tests, you'll have valuable information about your soil's composition, pH, and biological activity. The next step is applying this knowledge thoughtfully. For composition issues, amending heavy clay soil with compost improves drainage and aeration, while sandy soil benefits from additions of organic matter to improve water and nutrient retention. For pH imbalances, make gradual adjustments rather than dramatic changes. Aim to shift your soil no more than half a pH unit per year. Remember that soil improvement is a journey, not a destination. Each season, your garden will benefit from your increased understanding and targeted amendments. Document your soil test results, the amendments you've applied, and how different plants perform in various garden areas. This creates a valuable record that helps you become an expert on your unique garden ecosystem. Understanding your soil through testing is one of the most impactful steps you can take toward gardening success. Whether you opt for professional laboratory analysis or the DIY methods we've explored, the knowledge you gain will inform better decisions about amendments, plant selection, and gardening techniques. At Hydrohaven, we believe in evidence-based gardening, letting the soil tell you what it needs rather than applying amendments blindly. Start with these tests, document your findings, and watch how your garden responds to targeted improvements. Remember that building healthy soil is a long-term investment in your garden's future, with dividends paid in healthier plants, better harvests, and reduced pest and disease problems. If you found this guide helpful, please subscribe to our channel for more science-based gardening advice and share this video with fellow gardeners who might benefit. Drop your soil testing experiences in the comments. I'd love to hear what you've discovered about your garden's foundation. Until next time, happy gardening, and remember, great gardens grow from the ground up.